When I tell you it's actually embarrassing how long it has taken me to physically sit down and actually film this video, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so excited. You guys, I have my fun drink of the day, Olipop with my little straw charm. We are doing start to finish, literally everything you need to know about making your own DIY press-on nails. The nails are barren, they're giving nothing, and this is something that has really turned into a hobby for me. I have loved doing my nails since I was a little girl. Fun fact, I actually got started on social media doing my own nails when I was literally like 15 maybe, and I had started an Instagram account and I would paint my nails crazy designs like minions and zebra print and all this stuff, and they were terrible. I'll put some up on the screen for you. The Instagram account still exists. It was called Nails by Ray. So this is kind of reigniting a childhood passion of mine, if you will, and I like the idea of press-ons because you guys know I film so much content. If there's one thing I hate in life, it's a chipped nail. And I like the idea of press-ons because not only can you reuse them, but you can also just like glue it back on if it pops up, which we love that. Convenience slay. So I know it's gonna be a little bit overwhelming as I'm walking through all the different products, but I wanna urge you that like, if you were dabbling in this and trying it out, you don't need to go balls to the walls crazy with purchasing a million different items. I'm going to have literally everything linked for you in the description down below, but I'm also gonna have some like beginner gel manicure kits if you just wanna see if like this is something that you enjoy. I will say the only thing that I think you should not skimp out on purchasing is high quality nail tips, and I'll walk you through that in a second. So without further ado, let's get into the press-on nail tutorial. Woo! Let's start with the absolute basics, which is going to be nail prep. I'm jumping ahead because we're actually going to do the nail prep at the end once the nails are already created, but I really feel like you can keep this as simple as possible, and honestly this is probably the most affordable part of the process because you probably already have these 4 items at home, and that is going to be a basic nail clipper. You're going to need a nail file. I really recommend like a high quality nail file versus like the dollar ones because you could use this for a lot longer than the cheaper ones fall apart really fast. A cuticle pusher, and then one that's going to have like a little end that's kind of scrapey. This one's from Olive & June, and I like this one because can you see how this is rounded? It really nicely gets into your cuticles, and this tool has just been a total lifesaver for me. I prefer this over a wooden stick 100 times over. And then last but not least, just a little nail buffer. So those are going to be your 4 things for nail prep, and we're going to get into that at the end. But let's go into your nails and why quality nails are going to be pretty important for this. When I'm talking about the nails itself, we are basically painting and curing our own soft gel nails. Now, I invested in ones from the brand ESVY, ESVY, and here's where I'm going to encourage you to perhaps splurge a little bit on trying out a couple of different sizes. And the reason that I say that is it might be a little misleading when you are shopping for press-on nails, specifically soft gel nails, because everyone has different depth nail beds. So even if the model, it looks like her nails have like a lot of hangover with a size such as extra short round, if you have deeper nail beds, they might be a lot shorter on you. So for example, I had ordered the extra short round, but these are actually just a little too short for me, whereas the extra short round is a lot better and a better fit. So these are only $19.99, and I'll show you inside. You literally get 600 pieces. So once you spend, you know, the $20 on this, it's going to last you literally like a lifetime supply of nails. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Unless of course you are making them and selling them for other people. Pro tip that I have for you is take a sticky note once you figure out your sizes and just keep it on the inside of the container so you can keep track of those. And you could also write like other people's sizes as well if you're making them for your sister or your brother or friends or whoever wants nails. Now that we have our nails and you've already chosen your sizes, I like to go ahead and just lay out my sizes on the counter, and I'll go ahead and show you that now. This is kind of what my workstation looks like here, and you can see what I'm talking about. You can see I have my nails in a row here. I've got my thumbs, and then I work my way out to the pinky nails. I want to show you what you're looking for when sizing your press-on nails. So this is the thumb size that I'm going for, and when you're putting that onto your nail, you really want to press down and kind of shove it into your cuticle bed and make sure that you don't have have too much overhang on the sides. In fact, I would look to have just the tiniest bit on either side, because if there is overhang, your nail is more likely to pop off. Now, let's say you're in between two sizes. I would go for the bigger one and then just go ahead and take a nail file and kind of file down the sides to make sure that it has a really nice fit for your nail. We're going to go ahead and put our nails onto the nail stand. I like to look at my nails like this in a full row. So the same way that I have my thumbs on the center laid down on the table, I'm actually going to take the two thumbs and put them like this and then work the nails out to the ends, if that makes sense. Once you have your nails on your nail stand, they should look something like this. Now, these are nail stands from the brand Playground, which is an amazing press-on nail artist on Instagram. But I also want to show you what I started with when I first started doing press-on nails. This is a very cheap set off of Amazon. It was literally $5.99, but what you're looking for when looking for a stand to paint your nails is that they are magnetic. And the reason for that is that, let's say you have finished painting your thumbnail, you're gonna pop it off and then you are ready to place it under the UV lamp. If this whole thing was not magnetic, you wanna make sure that you're getting a UV lamp that is a lot taller, because this wouldn't fit underneath there. You can see that my nails are sticking to the nail stand with a teeny piece of putty. This is a pro tip that I've learned, because all of the nail stands are going to come bare like this, and then they're most likely going to come with some form of like a red tape like this. It's basically just a double-sided tape, and it's going to be so time consuming to peel off the double-sided tape, place it on here, and then pick it off of the nails once you've already cured them. So I have found that just using a little bit of putty makes your life 100% easier, and you can reuse the putty over and over again, whereas the double-sided tape is a lot more waste. Now that we have our nails on the stand, let's go ahead and prep the nails and give them a little bit of a file to make sure that we're taking out any imperfections and giving it sort of a grippy surface for the gel polish. And then of course the fun part, which is picking out what polish we're gonna do. This is a really good example right here. You can see the tip of the press-on nail just has like a little extra plastic or soft gel up here. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my high quality nail file and just go ahead and file that extra little piece of soft gel at the top. You can obviously paint and then do this at the end, but then you're going to be filing the paint off of the nail that you just spent all that time on. So I have found doing this ahead of time makes your life a lot easier. I went ahead and filed the tips of all the nails, and now I'm just going to go in with a buffer and really lightly, I'm going to make sure it's nice and pressed on there so it doesn't fly off. I'm just going to really lightly kind of buff these and just get them prepped for gel polish. This is the comparison on the right of a nail that has been prepped for gel polish with the buffer, and this nail has not. It still looks really shiny and perfect, so that's kind of what you're looking for there. So the nails are prepped and ready to go, and now I want to talk with you guys about gel polish. I feel like if you're just starting, do what you want with your life. Like, get something cheap, test it out, see what you like. If you want to go the cheaper, more accessible route, the Le Mini Macaron brand, you can get this at Target. These polishes are great. I find they're really opaque, they work well. I haven't had a lot of issues with them. Now, if you want like the creme de la creme, I think like the best of the best, I cannot recommend these SB polishes enough. We're gonna be going in today. I want like a taupe kind of nude color nail. So this is what we're using. This is a little thing, but I really like that all their bottles are square. So they're nice and like easy to stack and store all together. If you were to buy anything gel polish wise, obviously pick your nail color and then get a really good top coat. I love the non-wipe top coat. This is something to keep in mind because we are doing gel on the press-on nails. Of course, you can do regular polish and just let them dry, but we are doing gel. The non-wipe top coat is what you want to look for. Otherwise, you're going to have to do like a whole like alcohol wiping situation. I don't even want to deal with that. So non-wipe top coat, and of course I'll have these linked for you. Also, this brand gave me a 25% off code to share with you guys. This isn't sponsored, but just so you know, it's going to be in the description. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys around. Let's go ahead and get to polishing. Something to keep in mind is basically the process of what we're doing is we are going to do a layer of polish, stick them under the UV, let them cure, a layer of polish, stick them under the UV to cure. If you need a third coat, do that, let them cure, and then top coat, cure twice. So basically every layer of polish gets cured once and then top coat gets cured twice. Now, let's say you are heavy-handed, you're doing a really thick layer of polish, whatever it might be, you might want to do, and depending on how cheapy your UV lamp is, this is a very cheapy one. It's just like this. It kind of just flips in. The UV lamp, if it's a bad quality or you feel like it's just not, the nails are still tacky after you cure them, go ahead and do it twice. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it's not your real nail, so it doesn't really matter how many times you cure it. If you are doing nail art, it's gonna be the same process. So you're gonna paint the nail, you're gonna cure it. Let's say you're gonna do a multi-layer nail art design. You can paint the beginning of it, cure that layer, go in with the second layer of it, cure it, so you get the point. Today we're keeping it simple and we're just doing beginner nails. We're gonna do a nice, easy, solid color set. So I'm gonna flip you around, let's do it! I think I want to do this color instead. So since I decided against this color, you can literally just take acetone and just wipe it off as you would your regular polish. This is before I cured it. So I'm going to go in with the other color instead. I honestly feel like they kind of look a little boring, and I have this chrome powder, so I figured we could go ahead and give this a try. Consider this experimental and not educational. I'm gonna give this a whirl. Let's see how it looks. Hello? That looks so good. Okay, let's do top coat. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hating them at first, and then I was like, ooh, the chrome really turned things around. So the chrome will be in the description. This is the final product of what the kind of accidental butter yellow nails look like. Now let's move into actually applying the nails. First of all, they should be fully dry, like they are completely dry to the touch. You can go ahead and start plucking them off of the nail stand like this. Ideally, there will be nothing on the back of them, but you might get a little bit of nail polish that kind of ran off onto the back. If that's the case, just take like a Q-tip and some acetone and go ahead and wipe it off. This might happen as well, where the putty comes off and kind of sticks to the back of the nail. I just went ahead and picked that back off, and then I'm sticking it back on the stand. I would recommend trying to lay them back out on the table in the order that you know they're going to be in, so that it's super easy for application. Now we're ready to apply the nails that you just made. Woohoo! So you can just take some acetone and a cotton ball and prep your nails. You want to dehydrate them, basically prep them for application. I already have shaped and filed mine and gotten them to the place that I like. The last thing I would recommend doing if your nails were already prepped, let's say earlier in the day or the day before, and then you've been working on your nails, is just go ahead and give them a little buff. I find that like the grittier the surface of your nails is, the more grippy your glue will be to the nail, and then therefore your nails will stay on longer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little alcohol prep wipe and go ahead and give my nails a wipe, and then I'll turn you guys around and we can go ahead and start gluing them on. Now I'll have a couple of my favorite nail glues linked in the description. I am going to give you a recommendation from a small business on one that is extremely long, like long wear, super stay. And then the one that I like typically grab for is either the brand Macart or Olive and June. I really like theirs, and I like to switch my nails out quite a bit, like every 4 or 5 days. So I go lighter on the glue. So just keep in mind that however much glue you end up using, I would recommend going on the lighter side to start, is going to be probably how long your nails end up staying on. I wouldn't recommend like overdoing it with the glue, but you get the point. Are you ready for the grand reveal? We did it! You made your first ever press-on nails. Now, am I saying that I'm some expert out here? No. But I feel like I've done a pretty great job of teaching myself how to do this, and it's honestly so much easier than you would ever think. And I like them. I like the idea of having full control over my nails. You can kind of play around and tinker with what you like and make it your own. We threw in the chrome at the 11th hour. So much fun and so easy. I did go and top it off with this Essie on a roll cuticle oil, and I just kind of put that along the cuticles here and just kind of rubbed it in so they were a little more hydrated. But that's them. Super easy peasy, right? I have just truly been having a blast doing this, and if you guys want me to continue making nail videos where maybe I do more intricate nail art, I can definitely do that. I have really perfected doing stars, which has been fun. The last tip I want to give you is that if you find as you're doing press-ons, whether you're doing them at home or making your own, whatever it might be, or buying them, if your nails are becoming thin, I would recommend the Olive and June Nail Strengthener. Can you guys see that? It's this pink bottle here, and it works really great on just kind of, I don't want to say thickening your nails, but it does make them stronger. I don't know what's in here, but it's magical and it's fantastic. And I think one of you guys actually recommended that to me. So those are my tips for you. Down below, I will also have some of my favorite store-bought press-on nails. If you're like, that was fun to watch, but I'm not doing that, or I don't have the money to invest in that, totally fine. Some of my favorite brands for press-on nails. My number one is Chill House. I absolutely love their press-ons. OPI has some really good ones that they've come out with. I think it's called like Express or something. Anyways, I'll have all my favorites down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for all the love on some of my recent posts. I've been having a lot of fun showing up here. So my name's Reagan. Make sure to check me out on social media. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.